Very good morning all. Yeah. Guys, I'm giving small request. Some of you did not get the membership yet. Please should try to get your membership as soon as possible. Fine. Let's start. See, differential equation is completely over, right? Anyway, in last class, I had given one model and I told you all to think how to bring the solution for that. That is the last model. When I was talking about higher order differential equation, when our signal is going to be the combination of polynomial plus cosine function, right? Under that condition, how do we bring the solution? I'm just asking you all to should try to bring the answer for that one. I hope you all have tried. There was nothing in the last step. Actually, I left the term in the last step only, right? Immediately in the next step you can get the answer for that question, right? There are no big things to think, right? That is, I hope you all have seen that method already in your engineering curriculum. That's why in order to test your brain I had given that task, right? I don't know how many of you had tried. Anyway, let's try to explore that things once again. Yeah. Let me try to bring the answer for that question, right? Yeah. Okay, what we saw, I will take some other example because I don't remember that question. Let us consider I have a function like d square y upon dt square plus let me consider 9 times of y equal to, let us take some value that is x into cos 3x, x into cos 3x. Assume I have some function like this. Now the question is we have to find out the solution for this function, right? How do we find the solution? Right, as per the method, we know how to find out the complementary function. First of all, for this given equation, we will have two type of solutions. One is complementary function, as well as we can also get particular integration, because since this system is being tested by some type of signals, right? Okay, so complementary function, how do we obtain the complementary function? That's very simple, right? For that, we have to obtain the characteristic equation of the system. What is the characteristic equation from the question? Guys, it is t, right? Sorry, forgive me once again. See, here my independent variable is t, so I have to define your input signal with in terms of independent variable, right? Fine. So the complementary function is going to be, that is the characteristic equation of the system can be simply written as d square plus 9 equal to 0, such that it is going to be d square equal to minus 9, exactly. Then d is equal to plus or minus under root of minus 9. Then you can take minus outside, that will become j. If you take 9 outside, it will become 3, such that your roots are going to be plus or minus j3. Exactly. If you are writing the solution for this function, then the complementary function of the system is going to be, since real part is 0, so your solution is what? Directly you can write cos a into cos of beta is 3 times of t, right? And b into sine 3 times of t. Why I am writing your function in terms of t? Why? Because your independent variable is t, right? That's all. That is how we are getting complementary function. There is no issues with the complementary function. See, the question is particular integration. Yesterday I had given the direct procedure is simply we can write that is x times of, see, it is t now, so we have to write the solution, right? T into cos t, we know RHS divided by, right? So that is, here we have to consider f of d minus one time differentiation, right? So one time differentiation in the sense we should keep f dash of d, right, into one time differentiation in the sense this t is going to be 1, so we have to consider cos t, that is same RHS only but without your polynomial term, right? So in the denominator we are going to consider f of d whole square. Clear? That is the next step. Immediately we are getting the particular integration. In this step, from this next step I told you all should try to bring out the answer for the next one. Okay, fine. Next, what we are going to do, guys, listen. Anyway, this is the direct conclusion is, in first we have to consider RHS. RHS upon f of d minus, here also we are going to consider RHS only, but what? Without polynomial. We have to consider only trigonometric function, that is our cosine function, right? Because we are doing differentiation, right? F dash of d upon f of d whole square. Some other proofs are there, not required, just to remember this procedure, that is enough, right? So in the next step, see there, just to take your polynomial equation outside, don't touch your polynomial term apart from that, right? The work of polynomial is, if you find any polynomial term with the cosine, then this is the next step immediately. Because of the polynomial only we are getting this step. So hereafter, once you write this step, then in the next step you no need to consider polynomial term, just keep your concentration with the cos theta, that is cosine term, cos t upon f of d, in the sense characteristic equation of our system, that is d square plus 9 minus f dash of t. This is f of d, f dash of d in the sense one time differentiation, so it will become 2 times of d into cos t, into cos t. If you go to the denominator, that is f of d whole square, f of d whole square in the sense d square plus 9 whole square. Clear? That is going to be the answer for this one, right? So next it is, let me proceed by that, t into, this is cos 3t, sorry, I did not notice. That's the problem, right? At sometimes I'm making this type of silly mistakes. Okay, let's proceed further. Next, what happens? So t into cos 3t, we all know whenever we have a cosine or sinusoidal function, right, in that cases d square will always be replaced by what? Minus a square. Do you all agree with me? Yes. Now, what is the resultant conclusion here? If I will replace, see that this is my d square, I am just trying to replace this d square by what? Minus a square. Substitute panina enna varum? It is going to be minus a square, in the sense minus a square will give you 9, so minus 9 plus 9 is going to be 0, right? So I had a problem. Here also same problem will occur. Yes. So what I need to do in order to do the compensation, right? So just go to the previous step. The problem is, we got a problem, the problem is what? Denominator directly substitute panna 0 over there. So your system is diverging, your satellite is going out of control. So in order to control, right, our satellite, in order to fix its fix your satellite in its exact position, we are trying to do what? One time differentiation in the denominator, and I am introducing one more independent variable into the numerator, right? So what you have to do here, your independent variable is t, right? Since your independent variable is t, so go to the numerator, multiplied by t, already we have one more t such that it will become t square into cos 3t. Now go to the denominator. If you do differentiation, d square will become twice of d. Anyway, 9 will become 0. Similarly, here also 2 times of d, right? Numerator, I am going to multiply by t, right, into cos 3t upon, here also if you do differentiation, see what happened here, d square plus 9 whole square, this whole square will become twice of d square into inner differentiation will give you 2 times of d. Are you all agree with me? D square plus 9 whole square. I have to do differentiation for the whole square, that will become twice of d square, because twice of d square plus 9. That is the whole differentiation, right? Inner differentiation will give you twice of d. That's all. Clear? Now let us substitute the values. See, the thing is, after completing the differentiation, once again, if we have d square, then we can directly substitute. Anyway, this dd is getting cancelled, right? D square is nama directly substitute panikalam. But what's wrong with this? Here we have d square. Directly we can substitute. Again, I am getting one more problem, right? The problem is I am unable to derive this function. Inga neenga substitute panala enna varum? See, let us continue. The thing is, let's take first person separately. Ipo first person parunga denominator d irukku. Ana namakku enna varum? Whenever we have cosine or sinusoidal function, we should consider d square. So we don't have d. We cannot have d. We have to multiply it by d and we have to divide it by d, such that denominator of denominator will be in numerator and the d numerator kondurum. Denominator d into d become d square. Now we can substitute the value, right? So if I will substitute the value, then t square d into cos 3t. Now in the denominator 2 into d square will be replaced by minus 9, that is minus a square, we all know. Similarly, minus twice of t, here we had a problem. The problem is, once again, in the denominator, if you d square minus a square substitute panina, it is going to be 0. So what you have to do? We have to do one more differentiation such that numerator or t ala multiple panita, denominator ninga differentiate panina. Guys, listen, this 2 is getting already cancelled. I have one more 2 in the denominator. Once again, if I differentiate this term, that will give you one more 2d. right? This class is going good. Any problem? No. Yeah, if you have any problem, please make immediate WhatsApp call. Fine. Shall we continue our journey? Yes. Here anyway, the first part is what? Almost I had been satisfied with this. But the problem, numerator ஒரு D வந்திருக்கு, என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? One time differentiation. யாரை differentiate பண்ணணும்? Only trigonometric term. அதை differentiate பண்ணினா என்ன வரும்? Cos 3t differentiate பண்ணா you are getting minus 3t. Inner differentiation will give you one more minus such that inner differentiation will give you one more 3. That 3 also lies in front of the equation. Divided by, it will become 2 times of minus 9. Let me write 2 into minus 9. Now we can cancel minus 3 minus 9 cancel பண்ணீங்கன்னா 3 times. So 2 into 3 will become 6, right? Minus. Is it visible to you all? I am writing the answer directly without seeing these things. Yeah, fine. இங்க என்னங்க வரும்? denominator ஒரு d இருக்கு, but I cannot keep d directly, right? What I have to do? Multiplied by d divided by d such that it will become d square. Now d square will be replaced by what? 2 into 2 will become 4. D square will be replaced by minus 9. Do you all agree with me? Yes. Such that minus minus will become plus. Cos 3t differentiate பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will give you minus. See, இங்க d இருக்குல்ல, அப்ப cos 3t நீங்க one time differentiate பண்ணணும். That will become what? Minus sin 3t into one more 3 will come out. Such that what will happen? In the next step, this minus into minus will become plus. But cos 3t differentiate பண்ணீங்கன்னா again you are getting minus. And then cos 3t will be converted into sin 3t. அதுக்குள்ள இருந்து ஒரு 3 வெளியில வரும். Right? So it will become 2, 3, t square, sin 3t, sin 3t. In the denominator we are going to consider 4 into 9. Guys, this minus minus I got cancelled. There is one more minus because of the differentiation. That minus only I am considering now. Now I can cancel it. 2 times of 2 will be 4, 3 times of 3 will be 9. Such that what will happen? 2 into 3 will give you 6. So the final answer for this function is, let me rub this one. Yeah. You please write it by yourself, right? Guys, just understand the procedure, that is enough. You don't need to go anything beyond that, right? So the thing is, one second. Yeah. So that is going to be t square upon 6 into sin 3t. Yes. Minus t square into sin 3t upon 6. I think I got 0, right? T square by 6 into sin 3t minus t square by 6 into sin 3t. Please check it by yourself. If I made any mistake, you please correct it. If it is correct, then just keep your answer, no problem, right? And then write the final answer. That's all. See, that is how we are getting the solution when we have what? Trigonometric function with the polynomial equation. That's all. It's over. Clear? Just to try to understand, there are nothing to understand, right? ஒரு polynomial equation கூட trigonometric cosine or sinusoidal exist ஆயிருந்தது அப்படின்னா just டைரக்டா இந்த ஃபார்மட்ல நீங்க எழுதணும். எழுதி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் just அதுக்கப்புறம் இதை நீங்க வரி பண்ணவே கூடாது. இங்க polynomial term வரும், செகண்ட் டேர்ம்ல polynomial வராது, right? That's all. cosine term மட்டும் கன்சிடர் பண்ணிட்டு and then f of d characteristic equation நீங்க சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணுங்க, அதை டிஃபரன்ஷியேட் பண்ணி இங்க சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணுங்க, அது ஸ்கொயர் எடுத்து இங்க சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணுங்க. சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் you know cosine of function இருந்தா என்ன சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணனும்? d square will be replaced by minus a square. அந்த procedure வந்து உங்களுக்கு என்னன்னு தெரியும். But while doing that procedure, while continuing with that procedure, don't touch the polynomial equation. அவ்வளவுதான். polynomial equation வந்தா இந்த ஸ்டெப் வந்துரும் டைரக்டா. அதோட பர்பஸ், polynomial பர்பஸ் இந்த ஸ்டெப் எழுதுறதுதான். அதோட polynomial வர்க் முடிஞ்சது. Just you can take it out, you can proceed further with the sinusoidal function. Clear? Anyway, I said this is till now there was no questions in this model because I don't know, even in your books also you cannot find this method. Just you can keep it with you, right? This is also one of the method and we can, if you find any questions, we can try like this. Okay, that's enough. Fine. Let's continue our journey with the problems, right? Because differential equation is over with this, right? Let's try and solve the problems. Let me rub these things. I hope you all have understand all these methods, right? Now by solving various problems you will come to know how to bring the answer for all the people, right? Yes. Anyway, once again, I did not post the question. I told you, right, for mathematics, in order to let you all to get the clear idea, I am collecting the questions from various resources. So just I am writing the question on the board. You can try solution. That is, you can try to put your solution by yourself, right? So the first question that we are going to see now is the differential equation given it is, right? So just write down the question. The differential equation, right? The differential equation, yeah, the differential equation d square y by dt square, right? d square y upon dt square plus dy upon dt plus sin y equal to 0. That is the given. With this, they are given 4 options, right? The given 4 options are linear, non-linear, homogeneous of degree 2, right? So the thing is, option A they said linear, given it is linear. Option B they said non-linear. Option B they said non-linear. The given function is non-linear, right? Option C they said the given function is homogeneous, right? The given function is going to be homogeneous, right? Option D, right? The function that is linear, non-linear, homogeneous, and they said the given function is of degree 2, right? The given function is of degree 2. Okay. That's all. That is the given 4 options, right? Now we have to identify the correct option, that is exact option that is being adopted for this question, right? If in the question is correct match ஆகிறது என்னன்னு பார்க்கணும். See, you can select homogeneous, but homogeneous ல போகும்போது என்ன அப்படினா degree has to be 1 and you have to follow the linear order. Linear order in the sense your function has to be like this. It is in the form of like d square y upon dt square plus dy upon dt plus y and then equal to 0. Yes, this is homogeneous equation, exactly, without any non-linearity. But if you notice this equation, it is not like that, right? The thing is, my function is, first thing is, my function is in the form of transcendental. Do you remember when I was talking about in our yesterday class, when I was talking about the properties of linearity and non-linearity, right? How do I differentiate a linear signal from the non-linear equation? That is a linear equation from non-linear equation. You can differentiate just by considering. The thing is, guys, listen, what is the difference? The difference is linear equation has to satisfy என்ன condition satisfy ஆகணும்? Degree of the linear equation, right? Degree of differential coefficient has to be 1. Exactly, both people are having degree as 1. Next thing is degree of dependent variable has to be 1. This is dependent variable. Why is the dependent variable? It has to be 1. Degree is 1. And the third one, your cross multiplication. Cross multiplication in the sense product of two differential coefficient cannot be acceptable in linear equation. Product of dependent variable and differential equation, differential coefficient also not acceptable, right? That is the next condition that we saw in order to set to a given equation is linear equation, right? Next, transcendental form also not acceptable. Now if you notice these things, is it transcendental form or not? I said whichever the conditions that I had given, that things you will have to adha neenga yarukku check panni paakanum, you will have to try and check only for dependent variable because that is your system, right? So in my system, if I find any transcendental, then I can directly write the answer as non-linear, right? Your answer is non-linear, right? So the correct answer is option B. Just pick it with you. That's the pick it. See there, just a question pathra neenga answer panniralam, right sir? That is, it is not a perfect homogeneous equation. Second thing, it is not degree of 2. What do you mean by degree? Degree in the sense highest, that is highest order oda power, right? That is the power of highest derivative of the function. Is it degree is 2? No, its degree is 1 only. That is also wrong, right? And is it linear? No, it is non-linear. That's all, right? So let's try and bring the answer for the next question. Find the correct statement for the given differential equations, right? They are given 3 equations. Let me write all the equations, right? Let us try and bring the answer for those, right? One second. Yeah. The second question is find the correct statement for the given differential equations, right? Let me write the differential equations directly. First equation is given as a1 into d square y upon dx square is plus a2 into y into dy upon dx plus last statement is a2 into y equal to, is it a2? Yeah, that's it. I think they made mistake. That is a3 is equal to a4. That is the first equation, right? And second equation is given as, guys, one second. Okay, fine. Second equation is given as a1 into d cube y upon dx cube, yeah, and plus it is given as a2y equal to a3. That is the second equation. And the third equation, they said a1 into d square y upon dx square, plus second one is a2 into x, a2 into x, plus third one they said a3 into dy upon dx. Okay, that's going to be dy upon dx, plus third term they said a3 into x square y equal to 0. That is what they told. Yeah, that's correct. Now they said they are given three options. Option A, non-linear differential equation. Idhula yaar non-linear differential equation, right? Option A, they said they are asking non-linear differential equation, right? Non-linear differential equation, that is the first option they are given. In option B, they said linear differential equation with a constant coefficients, right? Linear differential equation with a constant coefficient, right? Option C, they said, in option C, linear homogeneous differential equation. In option C, they said linear homogeneous differential equation, right? In option D, they said non-linear homogeneous differential equation, right? Non-linear homogeneous differential equation. Shall we try and bring the answer? Yes. Let's see. First option la kuduthirukkiradhu ennadha? See there, first it is non-homogeneous, right? Because on the right hand side we have some signal, right? And the second is it linear or non-linear? Did you notice? First thing, a given equation is said to be linear when the degree of the differential coefficient are going to be 1, as well as dependent variable degree also going to be 1. First condition. Second condition is cross product between the differential coefficient and a dependent variable is not acceptable in case of linear system. But if you noticed these things carefully, here we had a problem. The problem is this is the dependent variable, whereas dy by dx is differential coefficient. They had been multiplied each other such that it clearly denotes that the given system is non-linear. So what is the answer? That is non-linear and it is not homogeneous equation, right? Is there any option, right? This is non-linear differential equation, right? That's all. There is no statement about homogeneous, right? So see, we cannot pick up these three options. Here they said non-linear homogeneous equation, right? But we got what? Non-homogeneous equation, na? So this is non-linear differential equation only we can pick for the first person. That's all. Let us talk about second. Anyway, second one is what? That is also going to be non-homogeneous, right? But they are not talking about non-homogeneous, right? Yeah, non-homogeneous functions பத்தி ஆப்ஷன்ல எதுவுமே பேசல. Fine, that's not a problem for us. Let's continue, right? Anyway, now tell me, is it linear or not? The given function is linear differential equation, right? So I can say the function is linear differential. Why? See there, degree of differential coefficient is 1, degree of dependent variable also 1, and there is no cross product between them. Yes, all conditions were, and there is no transcendental terms also. So this is non-homogeneous, but the function is what? Linear differential equation with some constant coefficients. Do you agree with me? Yes. So linear differential equation with a constant coefficient. We had been matched up. Let's try and find the answer for the next person. This is a1, that is d square y upon dx square, plus a to x. Listen, in the a to x நீங்க right side pass பண்ணிக்கலாம். Here we don't need to keep it here, we can pass it here, minus a to x, because that is what? Independent variable, that's the input signal. Left hand side usually what we are keeping? We have dependent variable equations. Let's see, degree of the differential coefficient is 1, degree of the differential coefficient is 1, degree of the dependent variable is 1, and there is no cross products. Cross product in the sense product of different variable and differential coefficients are not available. Two conditions are satisfied. And the third condition and the given function is what? It is transcendental terms, right? So there is no transcendental, right? So once again, it is also clearly denotes that the given equation is linear differential equation with a constant coefficient and given it is non-homogeneous, right? Understand that is non-homogeneous. So what is the conclusion here? Third one also matching with the option B only, because that is linear differential equation with the constant coefficients. Clear? That's all. That is how we are finding the differential equations, right? Okay, let us try and bring the answer for the next question. Let me rub these things. The next question is, the following differential equation has, they are given, the differential equation is given as 3 into, in bracket, it is given as d square y by dt square, d square y upon dt square, right? And then in the power it is given as 2 plus 4 into dy upon dt whole cube plus they said y square equal to 4 plus x square. That is the given. Now the question is, find the order and degree of the differential equation, right? The question is, we have to find out the order and degree of the differential equation. Can anyone try? It's very simple, right? Guys, board is clear. Is it clear to everyone? Please comment in the chat box. Board clear arka? Someone asking you, guys, board is clear. Just tell me, is it clear? I'm just expecting you. Okay. If you have any problem, just make WhatsApp call, right? Otherwise, chat, put it in the comment box. Fine, let's continue. What is the degree? Tell me, degree of the differential equation is what? Degree in the sense, first thing, let's try and find out the order of the differential equation. That is the highest derivative of the given differential equation. Which is the highest derivative here? Highest derivative is 2. So, first thing is, order of the differential equation, we can simply say that is 2. Right? And one thing you all have to notice, do you have any fractional term in the degree? Degree is fractional values acceptable like square root, 2 by 3, 3 by 8, 5 by 9, that things are not acceptable, right? You have to keep proper integer values in the power of the differential equation. Yes, in my system, in the power of the differential equation, I don't have any such type of issues. We have proper integer values, so directly we can figure out the answer, right? So order of the differential equation is 2, that is the highest derivative. Second, what is the definition for degree? Power of highest derivative of the differential equation. Power of highest derivative is 2. So degree of the differential equation is 2. Order also 2. So the correct answer is 2, 2. Clear? Yes. Let's try and bring the answer for the next question. A solution of the following differential equation is given by. Loading, sir. Someone said yes, sir. Clear. Fine. Okay, let's see. The next question is d square y by dx square, right? The question is d square y upon dx square minus 5 into dy upon dx plus 6 times of y equal to 0. That is what they are given, I think. Yeah, that's correct. And solution for this equation. Option A, they said, options does not require. Anyway, I am writing it for you. E power 2x plus e power minus 3x, right? That is option A. In option B, they said e power 2x plus e power 3x, e power 2x plus e power 3x. That is option B. In option C, they said option C is e power minus 2x plus e power plus 3x. In option D, they said e power minus 2x, e power minus 3x, e power minus 2x plus e power minus 3x. That is the solutions for the given equation. I am just asking you what type of equation it is, since it is higher order differential equation. For this higher order differential equation, we don't have any signals in the RHS, so particular integration does not exist, only complementary function. Right? Let's try and find out the answer for this one. Can you please write down the what I can say differential equation for this function? Yes, first thing is characteristic equation. Only complementary function will exist. Particular integration is going to be 0. First conclusion. So the solution is y of x equal to, we have to find only complementary function. So in order to find out the complementary function, we should write the differential equation for this system. Differential equation is characteristic equation of the differential equation. That is d square minus 5 times of d plus 6 equal to 0. Can you break the roots directly? Why not? I can break it. Why? How? 2 into 3 will give you 6. But I am in need of minus 5, so I am putting minus 2 minus 3. Minus 2 into minus 3 also will give you plus 6 only. And addition of minus 2 plus minus 3 will give you minus 5, such that these roots can be broken as d minus 2 into d minus 3 equal to 0. Such that answer for this function can be written as y of x equal to, right, d minus 2 d minus 3 in the sense d equal to 2 comma 3, d equal to 2 d equal to 3. So your answer is what? A into e power 2x plus b into e power 3x. Okay guys, did they given any initial conditions in the question? No, since in the question they are not given any initial conditions, but you all have to understand one more thing. Since a and b are arbitrary constant, these values are being anything, right? In the values வந்து என்ன வேணாலும் இருக்கலாம், 1 1 இருக்கலாம், 2 2 இருக்கலாம். இந்த வேல்யூ ஃபைண்ட் பண்றதுக்காக என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, they will give you some clues like y of 0 equal to 1, y of 1 equal to 2, like that some conditions will be given. But அவங்க என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்க அப்படினா அந்த கண்டிஷன்ஸ்லாம் உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கல, but hiddenly they found that values ab அவங்களே ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க, right? Anyway ab வச்சு நீங்க ஆன்சர் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்காது. क्वेश्चनல ஆப்ஷன்ஸ்ல வந்து AB வந்து கொடுக்கல, ஆனா நம்ம ஆன்சர் இப்படி தான் எழுதுவோம். ஆப்ஷன்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா AB அவங்க கன்சிடர் பண்ணவே இல்ல. So you should think A and B value is equal to 1. That's why they have not considered that values here. But definitely A and B will be there. In some questions they will test you to find out the value of AB. In some questions they will give you the value of AB directly like this. Okay, fine. Anyway, இத வச்சு தான் நம்ம ஆன்சர் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ண அவசியம் கிடையாது. Our target is e power 2x and e power 3x. Do you have such type of option? Yeah. Option B is the correct answer, right? Yeah, many of you had posted answer already. Feeling happy? Fine. Let's try and bring out the answer for the next question. A solution for the differential equation, right? Yeah. This is one of the most beautiful question. Let me try and figure out the answer. See, I would like to solve this question with the help of Laplace. Guys, if you find any equations with the impulse function, right, the best way to find out the answer is don't go ahead with the differential equation. When we have impulse functions, try to bring out the answer with the help of Laplace transformation, right? Let's see. Actually the question is what the given it is: a solution for the differential equation. A solution for the differential equation, I don't know whether it is x double dot or x dot. Yeah, that is x dot only. X of t plus twice of x of t, right, equal to del of t. That is the given. A solution for the differential equation with the initial condition they said x of 0 minus equal to 0. Anyway avanga adha sollaட்டி நம்ம 0 ன்னு assume பண்ணிப்போம், right? This is the given. இதுக்கு solution கேட்டிருக்காங்க. Since we have a impulse function, did we saw any type of signal like that in our differential equation? We have some standard signal like exponential, trigonometric function, right? We can cope with some polynomial and their combinations, right? If you find some other signals, then that this type of questions are beginning of control system or Laplace transformation. Directly we can solve it with the help of Laplace. Okay, fine. So see, x dot t denotes, this is nothing but dx upon dt, exactly, right? X dot abdina, that is dx by dt plus twice of x, right, equal to del of t. That's all. Now if I will apply Laplace for this function, it is become what? S into x of s, exactly, minus, right, s into x of s minus x of 0 minus, that is the Laplace of dx by dt, right, plus 2 into x of s equal to del of t. Laplace is 1, we all know, right? Anyway, initial condition is 0, they only told in the question. So let me write directly x of s value, it will become s plus 2 equal to 1, such that solution for this function is x of s equal to 1 upon x plus 2. We all know what is the inverse Laplace? Inverse Laplace of x of s, right? Inverse Laplace of x of s equal to what? Idhukku inverse eduthinga it will become e power minus 2t into u of t. Clear? That is the correct answer. So the answer is x of t is nothing but inverse Laplace of x of s, that is equal to e power minus 2t into u of t. They had given 4 options, but I had not given. Just write down the answer. Next, let's try and find the answer for the next question. The question is for the differential equation, right? So let me rub this one. For the differential equation, see, your questions are very easy, right? Just நீங்க பார்க்கும்போதே தெரியும், எப்பயுமே மேக்ஸ்ல questions அப்படிதான் இருக்கும். The thing is, just procedure மட்டும் ஞாபகம் இருக்கணும். டிஃபரன்ஷியல் ஈக்குவேஷன்ல இந்த மாடல்லாம் இருக்கு, இப்படி வந்தா நம்ம இப்படி அப்ரோச் பண்ணோம், அவ்வளவுதான். வேற எதுவுமே மேக்ஸ்ல இருக்காது, ரைட்? பிகாஸ் இங்க அனாலிசிஸ்க்கு ஒர்க் இல்லையே, இதோட அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ்ல தான் you will be tested, right? Anyway, write down the question. Next question, for the differential equation, the given it is, the differential equation is given as d square y upon dx square plus k times of y equal to 0. I think that is k into y only. No, that is k square. Just keep it. That's k square y equal to 0. The boundary conditions are its initial values, right? The boundary conditions, right? The boundary conditions are, let's try. The boundary conditions were given as y is equal to 0 for x equal to 0, y is equal to 0 for x equal to a also, right? They are given 2 conditions. Condition number 1, y is equal to 0 for x equal to 0. Second condition, again y is equal to 0 for x equal to a, right? For x equal to a. The form of non-zero solution of y are, the question is, find out the non-zero solution of y. Find the non-zero solution of y is dash. That is the question. Shall you bring the answer for this one? Yes. Please try it by yourself. How do you bring the answer for this function? Since given it is higher order differential equation, right? Anyway, let me write the options for you first. Option A, they said summation m into am into sin m pi x by a. First option. Option B, summation m am into cos m phi x by a, cos of m phi x upon a. Option C, summation m. Option C, what they told, a into x power pi m by a, I think, right? Yes, that is pi m upon a, because there is no other options, right? Possibilities. Summation m, arbitrary function, that is am only. Am into, yes, that is going to be e power pi m x upon a. Out of this 4, which is the affordable? That is correct option, right? We have to figure out that one. Shall we proceed? Yes. Let's try and figure out the answer for the given function. Let's see what happened. Okay. Anyway, let us consider the given system. If a system la enna kuduthirukanga, adha characteristic equation, since given it is higher order differential equation, and for the higher order differential equation, particular integration is going to be 0. Why? Because it is in the RHS we have not applied any signal, so we have only complementary function. For that, in order to find out the complementary function, we should develop the what I can say, characteristic equation of the system, that is going to be d square plus k square equal to 0. Do you all agree with me? Yes, that is correct. So from this I can say d square is equal to minus k square. Yes. From this I can say d is equal to plus or minus under root of minus k square. So how can you write this one? Plus or minus you can take it out, it will become j, k square will become k, right? So the correct answer is plus or minus jk. Now for this, how will you write the solution? The solution for the function can be written as y of x equal to, since we have purely imaginary term, so the correct answer is a into cos beta. This is beta, that is k. Anyway, independent variable is x. So we have to write the answer in terms of x plus b into sin k times of x. Clear? So that is the answer that we got at last. That is the answer that we got at last. And then they are given some boundary conditions. See, I told you now, in order to find out the arbitrary values a and b, they will give you some trickies in some questions. That is the trick questions, that is the trickies that they are given here. Y is equal to 0 when x equal to 0, y is equal to 0 when x equal to a. With these two, with the help of these two people, we have to identify the arbitrary value of a and b, right? Shall we try? Yes. Let me try and figure out the answer for your question, right? Anyway, keep the final step alone. Rest of things I don't want, right? Let's go ahead with the given condition. Let's try and bring the answer, right? The answer, right? What shall we do? First, y is going to be 0. This is y. Guys, listen. This y is going to be 0. Just shall I write the answer directly? In the y value 0 varukum eppa when x equal to 0. It means a into cos b, that is k times of x equal to 0, that is cos 0, plus b into sin k times of 0. What we know? Cos 0 equal to 1. What about sin 0? Sin 0 equal to 0, right? So sin 0 equal to 0, so the total term is going to be 0. Cos 0 equal to 1, so 1 into a will become a. RHS we have, LHS we have 0, such that I can say a equal to 0. We found the first arbitrary constant, so let me replace this a by 0, first conclusion. Now let us try and bring the answer for b. When we are looking for b, right, let us do the same thing for b. Some of you got the answer already, right? No. See, you can try it by yourself, don't wait for me. Y equal to 0, once again, y equal to 0, second condition. A into cos k times of a this time, right? Plus b into sin k times of a, because y equal to 0 at x equal to a. So x will be replaced by a. But we know one thing, na? What we know? A is equal to 0. So this total term is going to be 0, such that b into sin, what is this? K times of a equal to 0. Right? Now from this, we have to obtain the condition for b. Guys, listen. If we want to make this total value as 0, right? In the total value வந்து நீங்க 0 மாத்தணும் அப்படினா, see, we cannot define the value of b, arbitrary constant, directly, since it is the constant. Anyway, in the previous case, I got the value of a directly as 0, but in this case, I got the product. I cannot directly get the value of b as 0, but இந்த ரெண்டு product வந்து 0 ஆக்கணும் அப்படினா, இந்த இடத்துல நீங்க condition set பண்ணலாம். Arbitrary constant b oda value you cannot guess, but you can set the various values for sin theta. We all know k times of a, if this k times of a should be equal to m times of pi, right? Where m is integer, it's going from, let us consider 0 also, 1 2 3 4 etc. Now what happened? If m equal to 0, then what happens? Sin 0, ka is equal to m into pi. If I set m equal to 0, then 0 into pi will become 0, such that k into a equal to 0, such that ka is 0, sin 0 will become 0. If I set m equal to 1, m equal to 1 in the sense ka equal to 5, ka equal to 5 in subsequently sin 5 0. If I set m equal to 2 into pi, so ka is equal to 2 pi, sin 2 pi 0. If I set m equal to 3 into pi, ka is equal to 3 pi, such that 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi, 7 pi, for all value of integer values of m, the given function is going to be 0. So the correct condition, if I set ka is equal to m into 5, then that will be perfect. From this I can say k is going to be what? 5m, let us see, m5 by a. That's all. That is the condition in order to obtain. See, what is the conclusion for this range, right? அப்போ நீங்க m க்கு வந்து என்னென்ன வேல்யூ இந்த ரேஞ்சில் இதில் வந்து m க்கு வந்து நீங்க 0 1 2 3 4 5 அப்படின்ட்டு சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணும்போது இந்த வேல்யூஸ்லாம் சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா then this total condition, this total function is going to be 0, right? Otherwise this condition is not satisfied here. Anyway, I got 0 na, இந்த கண்டிஷன்லேருந்து 0 ஆயிருக்கா. If you want to let this இந்த கண்டிஷன் நடக்கணும் அப்படின்னா இந்த கண்டிஷன் satisfy ஆகணும், then only this case could be possible. With this, anyway, finally let us take the function. Let me rub this zone now. I don't want this one, right? I got some idea. That ideas are enough for me. With this, let's try and find out the final answer. Now take your function. The function is given as y of x equal to a is 0 now, so the total term is going to be 0. For b, we are going to consider b into sin. See, k times of x. We are considering k times of x. This k will be replaced by what? M 5 upon a into x. That is the condition. Yes, with this I am going to put summation. Why? Because m is variable, m is going to be keep on vary. We got one condition and the condition is satisfy aganum. With that condition we can continue, right? For b only they are considering am. Instead of considering b directly, they are writing it in terms of am. That's all, it's over, right? So the correct answer is, did we got the answer? Option A, I think, right? Yeah. So the correct answer is option A. And questions are always very simple. But whether the thing is, இந்த மாதிரி எழுதுனா நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? क्वेश्चन பார்த்தோனே கண்டிப்பா இந்த மாதிரி ஆன்சர் நமக்கு வராது. ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி ஒரு blindly ஒரு மைண்ட் will think. நீங்க ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்த்தா தான் தெரியும் அந்த क्वेश्चन எவ்வளவு ஈஸியா செட் பண்ணிருக்காங்கன்றது, right? Fine. Take the next one. Next one is the solution of the differential equation. Okay, let me do one thing. This question will solve at last, okay, because this is slightly lengthy question. Let's take, which of the following is a solution to the differential equation? Let's see. Let's take the next one. Let me rub this one. Which of the following can be the solution for the differential equation? Right? Write down the question. Next question is, which of the following can be the solution for the differential equation? Which of the following can be the solution for the differential equation, right? Let me give the question. Don't be panic. First write down the statement, right? Which of the following can be the solution for the differential equation, right? The given differential equation is dx of t by dt plus 3x of t equal to 0, right? So let me write, given it is dx of t upon dt plus 3 into x of t equal to 0. Guys, listen, it is the first order differential equation. This is the first order. Anyway, you can solve this question in many ways, right? Shall we prove it? Yes. First thing, first order equation can be solved. We have many methods. நம்ம நார்மலா என்ன பார்த்திருக்கோம்? First we saw variable separable method. Let me try and bring the answer in terms of variable separable method. உங்க மைண்ட்ல என்ன மாதிரி ட்ரிகர் ஆகுதோ அந்த ட்ரிகரிங், that is going to be your answer. You can flow with your thinking, whichever thing, but the way that we are thinking has to be perfect. Correct think பண்ணா you will get the answer without any issues, right? Let's see, when we are traveling along with the variable separable method, right? If you are traveling along with the variable separable method, let's see how to bring the answer. In variable separable method, we have to check whether we will be able to bring out the answer or not, right? In the sense, we have the ability to break the terms, like t terms. இங்க என்ன terms கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? x and t terms கொடுத்திருக்காங்களா? அதை தனித்தனியா break பண்ண முடியுதான்னு check பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். If it is possible, then you can do it, right? Let's see. So here what it was given, dx of t upon dt equal to 3x of t, right side pass பண்ணி it will become minus 3x of t. Let's try. Next step, dx of t equal to minus guys listen, this t is not required for us, right? Let's in the t and the பக்கம் pass பண்ணுங்க, that is 3x into dt. Clear? Next see there, what I had been told you, x terms la one side வரணும், d terms la ஒரு times வரணும், right? Again let me try to reduce the function. x term மட்டும் ஒரு பக்கம் கொண்டு வாங்க. X is equal to minus 3 into dt. That is enough. Variable separable method la we had segregated, x and t had been segregated separately. What is our next task? Take integration on both sides, but while taking integration we should consider some constant. Fine. Now 1 by x into dx is what? That is equal to ln x equal to minus 3t plus c. Exactly, that is correct. I am in need of x தான் எனக்கு வேணும். x என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? See, if you want to know the value of x, then take exponential on both sides. If you take exponential, it will become e power ln x equal to this total term. RHS இருக்க total term will be raised to the power of exponential. So minus 3t plus c. Now in the next step, e power ln x will become x only, because what we know, since e power ln of a equal to ln of e power a is equal to a only. So the conclusion is this is going to be x equal to, இது நம்ம எப்படி எழுதலாம்? It can be broken as e power minus 3t dot e power c. Is there any mistake? No. Since e power c also a constant na? Yes. அப்ப அந்த constant நீங்க என்ன consider பண்ணிக்கலாம்? Just we can consider like this, k into e power minus 3t. That is the correct solution, right? Let us see guys, I did not given any options na. First I will give you the option. Option la என்ன சொல்லிருக்காங்கன்னா 3 into e power minus t. They had given many options. Option A they said 3 into e power minus t. For in option B they said 2 into e power minus 3t. They said 2 into e power minus 3t. In option C they said minus 3 by 2 minus 3 upon 2 t square. In option D they said 3 into t square. 3 into t square. Once again, they did not given any clues to find the arbitrary constant k. But if you look at the options, see there, I no need to find out this value. They found already, right? அவங்க ஏதோ பண்ணி ஆன்சர் கொண்டு வந்திருக்காங்க, but I don't want to know that one. Yes, that is some arbitrary constant. With this, my solution is e power minus 3t. இந்த மாதிரி see arbitrary constantக்கு அவங்களே ஆன்சர் கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா அவங்க கரெக்ட்டா மேட்ச் பண்ற மாதிரி தான் கொண்டு வந்திருப்பாங்க. இந்த ஆப்ஷன் வச்சு கரெக்ட்டா நீங்க செக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஆன்சர் வந்துரும். அப்படி தான் இருக்கும், right? Anyway, so from this I can say the correct answer is option B. That is one method. See, if you look at this equation carefully, this equation can also be solved with the help of linear differential equation. Do you agree with me? Yes. Let's try with the second method, right? See, உங்களுக்கு மைண்ட்ல என்ன friction வருதோ that is going to be the correct. But you have to remember the procedures and the logics that we are learning in maths, right? Let's see, let's try and figure out the answer with the method number 2. Let us travel along with the linear differential equation. Linear differential equation. What we saw, linear differential equation is the standard differential equation, dy by dx plus p into y equal to q. That is the format. Now here, for this equation, what will be the solution? இதுக்கு நம்ம சொல்யூஷன் எப்படிங்க எழுதணும்? We have to write integral factor exactly into y equal to integral factor into q into dx plus c. That is the equation. Whereas you have to find out the integral factor, that is equal to e power integral of p into dx. Exactly, that is correct. Let us see how to bring the answer for this one. இப்போ இத அப்படியே நம்ம ஈக்குவேஷன்ல கம்பேர் பண்ணுங்க. See there, if I will compare it with our equation, q equal to 0. Similarly, here I have p, here I have 3, so I can say p is equal to 3. Is there any mistake? No. Such that if I will substitute, reduce பண்ணலாமா? Integral of e power p is 3, so 3 into dx, so it is going to be e power 3 times of x. That is correct. Let's try, right? Guys, one small mistake. I have to do the integration with respect to t here because your independent variable is t. Please forgive me, please correct it by yourself. That is t and this is x now. யூசுவலாக நம்ம எப்படி எழுதுவோம்? dy by dx னு எழுதுவோம், கரெக்டா? இப்போ பாருங்க dx by dt, x is dependent variable, t is independent variable. ஸோ அப்போ y இருக்கிற இடத்துல x வரணும், x இருக்கிற இடத்துல t வரணும். That's all. Don't think too much. It's over. After finding integral factor, let us substitute this value here. Integral factor is what? E power 3t. So e power 3t into x of t or x, you can also write x of t is equal to integral of integral factor is what? E power 3t, but q is what? Unfortunately, sorry, luckily q is 0 into dt plus arbitrary constant is not known. Anyway, this total is going to be 0. I cannot do integration because 0 into anything 0 except infinity. So this term is 0. Finally, what we got e power 3t into x of t equal to arbitrary constant c. So I can say x of t equal to c into e power 3t and the pakkam pass pannina, it will become e power minus 3t. Okay, fine. That is going to be the final answer for the function. I hope things are clear to you all. We can also solve this with the help of higher order differential equation, right? Let us see the third model. Let me try to bring the answer in the third model also. உங்களுக்கு என்ன மாடல் தோணுதோ நீங்க அப்ளை பண்ணலாம், அவ்வளவுதான். You no need to wait for anyone. Third model very easy. இதெல்லாம் எதுவுமே தேவையில்லை. ஏன்னா தேர்ட் மாடலில் நம்ம ஹையர் ஆர்டர் டிஃபரன்ஷியல் ஈக்குவேஷனில் நமக்கு என்ன தெரியும்? இஃப் ஐ ஹாவ் சிங்கிள் ரூட், அப்படியே கொஸ்டினை பாருங்க, இட் இஸ் லுக்கிங் லைக் ரைட் சைடில் எந்த சிக்னலும் கிடையாது. அப்போ நமக்கு காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட்ரி ஃபங்க்ஷன் வரும். அதே மாதிரி காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட்ரி ஃபங்க்ஷன் எழுதுறதுக்கு எத்தனை ரூட்ஸ் தேவை? See there, simply we can say dx by dt, it can be simply written as d plus 3, characteristic equation of this system, equal to 0. From this I can say d is equal to minus 3. If you have single root, then what will be the solution? Then we can say x of t is equal to arbitrary constant a into e power minus 3t. One step. Even இதுக்கு நம்ம எழுத வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை, கொஸ்டினை பார்த்தா நீங்க ஆன்சர் பண்ணிடலாம். So in this way also you can get the answer. Clear? That's all. That is how we are solving the differential equation. See, it is very easy. See there, these are 3 models, which is very easy. Last one. Even that is not required. Solution is not required. Just by looking at the question, we can keep the answer. But practice should be required, right? Fine. Let's try and bring the answer for the next one. The order of the differential equation. That's a very easy question. Anyway, let me write it for you. They are asking the order of the differential equation. Let me rub this one. Yeah. So the question is d square y upon dt square plus dy upon dt whole cube plus y power 4 equal to 10 into x square. Can you please find the order of the differential equation, right? Order of the differential equation. What is the answer? Order in the sense highest derivative. So the answer is 2. That's all. Suppose if you will be tested for degree also, first check is there any fractional values, then we can write the answer. It's over. Degree is what? Highest, that is power of highest derivative is called a degree. So degree is 1, order is 2. That's all. Clear? Yes. Let's try and solve the next question. The next question is a function n of x satisfies the differential equation. Let's try. Let me rub these things. A function n of x, let us write the answer. A function n of x satisfied the differential equation. A function n of s satisfied the differential equation. Differential equation is given as, let me write somewhere here, d square n of x upon dx square minus n of x upon L square equal to 0. Right? Now the question is where L is the constant and the boundary condition are, right? Since they said L is the constant, right, under the boundary conditions are, right, the boundary conditions are n of 0 equal to k, n of 0 equal to k, n of infinity equal to 0, right? They are given two conditions, n of 0 equal to k and n of infinity equal to 0. The solution to this equation is dash. Question is, the solution is dash. The solution is dash. Okay. Let me write the options they are given. Option A, they said n of s equal to k into, let me write the answer directly, that is k into e power x by L. Option B, they said, guys actually ஆப்ஷனில் இது எப்படி எழுதியிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த e அப்படிங்கிறது எக்ஸ்போனன்ஷியல் தானே, அதனால சம்டைம்ஸ் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா இப்படி எழுதுவாங்க, exponential of x by L. It means e power x by L only. Don't think, right? Don't be confused with this. Exponential term na e அப்படிங்கிறது exponential term. At very short we are writing e. Some people are writing exp. That's all. Okay, fine. Anyway, let me write in the same way that they had given the answer in order to avoid the confusion in your exam, right? Exponential of minus x upon root of L. Option B. They said in option C, k square into exponential of minus x upon L. Option D, they said k into exponential of minus x upon L. K into exponential of minus x upon L. Can anyone try to bring the answer for this question? Right? The answer for this, right? Can anyone? Okay, try pannalama. Since given it is the higher order differential equation, hopefully I hope you all have noticed these things. Higher order differential equation and particular integration is 0. Why? Because there is no any signal at the RHS, right? So we have only complementary function, and the solution for this function can be written as, which is the dependent variable, n is the dependent variable, which is the independent variable, x is the independent variable. So it can be written as n of x equal to complementary function CF. Particular integration will be 0. Now let's see how to bring the answer for this one, right? About complementary function abdina, first step I have to write the characteristic equation for the system. What is the characteristic equation? That is d square, this is going to be d square, right, minus 1 upon L square into n of s, right, equal to 0. That is the characteristic equation of the system. Exactly, right? Now how do we bring the answer for this one? Let's try and solve this one. From this, d square equal to plus 1 upon L square. If I'll pass, d is equal to plus or minus 1 upon L. That is going to be plus or minus 1 upon L. From this, I can write, we have two roots na. அப்ப எப்படி எழுதுவீங்க? So the complementary function, or directly let us try and write the answer. N of s equal to a into e power lambda 1 is, let us consider positive value 1 by L plus b into e power minus 1 by L, such that it will become minus x by L. Do you agree with me? Lambda 1 is plus 1 by L, lambda 2 is minus 1 by L. You can also interchange. At first you can consider minus 1 by L, second you can consider plus 1 by L. It's your wish. There is answer won't be changed because of that. Anyway, this is the answer for the function. But what's wrong with this? They are given some boundary conditions. Now we should solve. We have to use these boundary conditions in order to find the value of a and b. That's what is our target, right? Okay, let's rub these things, right? Let us try and bring the answer, right? Okay, if you use the boundary condition n of 0 equal to k, since n of 0 equal to k, அப்படினா meaning என்ன? n equal to k at x equal to 0, right? n equal to k at x equal to 0 should be equal to a into e power 0 1 plus b into e power 0, that is also 1 only. So I got a equation that is a plus b equal to k. Treat this one as your equation number 1. Treat this one as your equation number 1. Let's apply the second condition. N of infinity equal to 0. It means x equal to infinity where n equal to 0. So n equal to 0 at x equal to infinity. Guys listen, that is going to be a dot e power. If I will replace x equal to infinity in port out, what I will get here? If I will replace x by infinity, here it is going to be e power infinity. Yes, that is going to be e power infinity and plus, let's try to find out the answer for b. b dot e power, see, if I will replace x equal to infinity, e power minus infinity is going to be 0. Do you agree with me? E power minus infinity is going to be completely 0, so I cannot do anything with this, right? But here what shall we do? It is going to be, here I have 0, yes I have 0, and here I have a into e power infinity. What is the value of e power infinity? That is going to be infinity. That is going to be infinity. If I will pass this term to the left hand side, it is going to be 0 upon infinity. What is the value of 1 by infinity? 1 by infinity will become 0 only. Or do we have 0? 0 dot 0 equal to 0. So what is the conclusion? Value of a is going to be 0. Do you agree with me? Yes. See that this is not indeterminate format. 1 by infinity will become 0, right? 1 by infinity 0, 0 into 0, that is very simple answer, that is 0 only, right? So you cannot say that is indefinite format, that is what I can say determinate format only. I can see 1 by infinity 0 அப்படிங்கிறது நம்ம எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும். Already we have 0 in the numerator. அப்ப 0 into 0 0 தானே. That is known value. 0 into 0 0ங்கிறது நம்ம எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும். பட் infinity into 0 தான் நம்ம கெஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. 0 into infinity அப்படிங்கிறப்ப infinity அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு unknown value. சார் அங்கே இன்ஃபினிட்டி அப்படின்னா மீனிங் என்ன? எனக்கு தெரியல, அதோட வேல்யூ தெரியல. அப்போ அதை 0 கூட மல்டிபிள் பண்ணால் என்ன வரும் தெரியாது. ஒரு அன்னோன் வேல்யூ சார், அது வந்து நான் டிஃபைனே பண்ணல. அங்கே இன்ஃபினிட்டி அப்படிங்கிறதுனா அந்த இடத்துல என்ன யார் இருக்கா அப்படிங்கிறது தெரியாதப்ப அதை 0 கூட மல்டிபிள் பண்ணால் ரிசல்ட்டில் யார் வரும்னு என்னால் எப்படி கெஸ் பண்ண முடியும்? தட்ஸ் நாட் பாசிபிள். தட் இஸ் indeterminate format. பட் 0 into 0 known format, we can say that is 0. Finally we got the answer a equal to 0, right? Let's substitute. இப்போ அதை எடுத்து வந்து ஈக்குவேஷன்ல ஈக்குவேஷன் நம்பர் 1ல சப்ஸ்டிட்யூட் பண்ணுங்க. If I replace a equal to 0, then b become k. So what is the answer? Now take your final answer. A is 0, so the total term is 0. We have only b value is how much? b equal to k. So the answer is k into e power minus x upon L, or exponential of minus x by L. K into exponential of minus x by L. So the correct answer is option D. Clear? Yes. Yeah, some of you posted the answer D. You are correct. You are correct, ma'am. Let's try and find the answer for the next one. The solution for the differential equation. Next one is, let me rub these things. Solution for the differential equation, right? Please be patient, right? Still it is freezing here. This time we had a heavy rain, right? In our side it's looking like that is, we are feeling like we are in Hooty, right? That much of chillness it's happening every day. Like let's take the next question. The solution of the differential equation, right? Anyway, the given question is dy upon dx equal to k into y. That is the given equation, right? That is the given equation, right? Solution for the differential equation is what? And they are given some conditions. Y of 0 equal to c is dash. That is the question, right? Let's see what happened now. The option for these questions, they said they are given 4 options. Option A, given it is x is equal to c into e power minus k into y. Option B, they said x is equal to k into e power cy, k into e power c times of y. Option C they said c into e power kx, c into e power k times of x. Option D they said is c into e power minus k times of x. Anyway, given it is the what? First order differential equation, right? We can solve it by many way. Let's try. Can you do it by variable separable method? Of course, why not? Let's try, right? So method number 1, let me try and solve it with the help of variable separable method, right? In variable separable method, see, if I'll take the equation, what it was given, dy upon dx equal to k into y, right? Now let me do one thing. Dy, bring k to the left hand side, pass dx to the right side, such that dy by y is equal to k into x. Now let's take integration on both sides. While taking integration, we should consider some constant. நீங்க options observe பண்ணி பாத்தீங்கன்னா அவங்க c அப்படிங்கறத தான் கான்ஸ்டன்ட்டா ட்ரீட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Just I was going up with the same constant c. Let's try. So in the next step, how we are going to get the solution? 1 upon y into dy is going to be ln y equal to, this is become what? Kx with respect to, see there guys, this is dx, right? Sorry, forgive me. Integral of dx will become what? X. Just should keep constant here. Now we have to raise the function, right? We should take exponential on both sides, right? If we take exponential on both sides, it will become e power ln y equal to e power k times of x plus c. Now e power ln y can be written as y equal to, it can be written as e power kx dot e power c. I told you e power c also a constant, we can treat like this, right? C dot e power k times of x. Guys, these two are not same, but I am treating constant is always constant. Constant is always constant. Sir, அது எப்படி ரெண்டு சேமா வரும்? அப்படி உங்களுக்கு சேமா வரக்கூடாதுன்னு தோணுச்சுன்னா இது p ன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. ஏன்னா எனக்கு தேவை ஆப்ஷன்ல வந்து c ல கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So I was trying to bring out that answer. Clear? That's all, right? So the correct answer is y is equal to c into e power kx. But they had given initial conditions also, na? What they said, y of 0 equal to c. Let's try. Actually this, it can be written as y of x, we all know, right? Y of 0 equal to c, now y is equal to c when x equal to 0. That is what they told, right? So what is the conclusion here? Y of 0, let me write the answer directly. Y is equal to c when x equal to 0, such that e power 0 will become 1. Anyway, நான் இங்க c கொண்டு வரதுக்காக தான் எழுதுனேன். அப்போ என்ன வருது? That is c equal to c. I mean they are not given any values, right? இதுக்கு பதிலா c க்கு பதிலா c வச்சுக்கலாம்னு சொல்றேன், அவ்வளவுதான். இப்போ நீங்க some other value போட்டுருக்கீங்க, p q r s அந்த மாதிரி வேற ஏதாவது போட்டுருக்கீங்கன்னா அந்த வேரியபிளுக்கு பதிலா நீங்க இப்ப c போட்டுக்கலாம். Anyway, I put c only directly. I got the answer, this one, right? That's not a big deal. We can bring the answer. That is what? C into e power kx, option C. Anyway, this is variable separable method. We can also solve this equation with the help of linear differential equation. We all know, right? Let's try and bring the answer with the help of linear differential equation. You know why I am doing these things again and again? You have to register these things into your brain, right? Because mathematics is very easiest subject and easily scoring subject, right? Just and it's consuming, time consumption is very less. Max you can easily score, as well as it will take very less time to bring the answer. You, by practice, just by looking at the question itself, you can tick the answer, right? That's what I want from your side. Anyway, it's all depends on your effort that you are putting. Let's see, let's try and bring the answer with the help of linear differential equation, right? So in linear differential equation, what we saw in linear differential equation, right? The standard format is dy upon dx plus p into y equal to q. Correct? And the solution for this equation is integral factor into y is equal to integral of integral factor into q into dx plus constant c. Do you all agree with me? Yes. Let's try and find the integral factor first. It is e power integral of p into dx. Now in our case, see first write down the given function like this. Given it is dy by dx. Let me try and bring this term to the left hand side such that it will become minus ky equal to 0. Right? Now it is looking like our differential equation. Yes, where yes the value of p is equal to minus k and the value of q equal to 0, such that I can say e power integral of minus k into dx. So the correct answer is it will become e power minus k times of x. That is the integral factor. Let's put this value into the equation such that in the next step your function can be written as e power minus k times of x into y equal to integral of e power minus k times of x dot, what is the value of q? Q is 0. Again this whole term is going to be 0 with respect to dx plus constant c. So this whole value is going to be 0. Now y dot e power minus kx equal to c only. If you pass this e power minus kx to the right side, it will become c into e power minus kx. Anyway, டைரக்டாவே நம்ம ஆர்பிட்ரரி கான்ஸ்டன்ட் வந்து c தான் எடுத்துறோம். அவங்களும் some condition கொடுத்து அதை c தான் ப்ரூவ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. நீங்க இத சப்ஸ்டிட்யூட் பண்ணா திரும்ப c தான் வரும். Because the correct answer is what? E power minus kx. Right? Sorry guys, I made a small mistake. இங்க e power minus kx வந்து ரைட் சைடு போகும்போது பிளஸ் ஆயிடும். Right? So the correct answer is c dot e power kx. You can also solve this by higher order differential equation model. Right? Since if this given equation clearly denotes that is the first order. Yes. RHS is 0, so there is particular integration is not possible. Yes, but you will get complementary function with a single root. If I have a single root, then what is the solution? For this, first we have to write the characteristic equation. Characteristic equation is d minus k equal to 0, or I can say d is equal to k. Such that you can write the answer as y of x equal to a dot e power k times of x. But we have to find out the arbitrary constant. For that they had given a clue. The key is at x equal to 0 y becomes c, such that I can say y is equal to c at x equal to 0, e power 0 1, such that a equal to c. அது அப்படியே இங்க சப்ஸ்டிட்யூட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will become y of x equal to c into e power kx. Is there any mistake in my solution? No. So bringing the solution solved depends on the effort that you are putting. It's very easy. Differential equation is very easiest chapter, right? Fine. Let's try and bring the answer for the next one. Given it is with the initial condition x of 1 equal to 0.5. Given it is with the initial condition x of 1 equal to 0.5. Let me write. Right? Please be patient for few seconds. I have to rub these things. Yeah. Let's try and bring the answer. Yeah, let us rub this one. Yeah. Given it is with the initial condition x of 1 equal to 0.5 with the initial condition x of 1 equal to 0.5, right? X of 1 equal to 0.5. The solution of the differential equation. Question is the solution of differential equation. Whereas differential equation is given as t into dx by dt plus x equal to t, I think, right? That is correct. Yeah, is dash. They are given 4 options. Option A, they told x equal to I think they made some mistake in the equations. Anyway, let me write. I don't know which is the correct. T minus 1 by 2. Let's see. I don't know whether it is correct or not. And x equal to, second they said t square minus 1 by 2. Option C, they said x equal to t square by 2. Option D, they said x equal to t by 2. So such that they are given 4 options, right? Now out of these 4, let's try and bring the answer for this one. Guys, listen, how is it look like? it is looking like Cauchy Euler function. Do you all agree with me? Yes, these are basic models. நம்ம நார்மலா பார்த்த ஈக்குவேஷன்ஸ்லாம் இந்த மாதிரி வராது. இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் வேரியபிளால உங்களோட ஃபங்க்ஷன் மல்டிப்ளை இருந்தாலே that is Cauchy Euler expansion only. Anyway, even Cauchy Euler expansionலயும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆர்டர் டேர்ம் தானே, ஒரே ஒரு டேர்ம் தானே இருக்கா. What is even in Cauchy Euler expansion also t into d by dt will be simply replaced by d only. So happily we can write the answer directly, right? So what is the solution for this function? Anyway, in this given question we have two type of solution. First we should consider, we have to try and bring the complementary function, as well as we have to find out the particular integration. Do you all agree with me? Yes, right? Now நான் என்ன சொல்லிருந்தேன், two things we have to do. First one, LHSல t into d by dt க்கு பதிலா d replace பண்ணோம், as well as அதே மாதிரி நிறைய higher order terms வந்தா எப்படி எழுதணும்ன்றது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். At the same time, in the RHS side I said the another work is, right, I said there I was considering x. I said replace x is equal to e power z, but now I have t na, so replace t by e power z. That is RHS side you have to do, right, while finding the solution. Anyway, while finding complementary function, I no need to be panic about RHS because our target is LHS. Let's try, right? அப்ப LHS ல எனக்கு differential equation என்ன வரும், that is the characteristic equation is d plus 1 equal to 0. Do you all agree with me? This t into d by dt can be replaced by d. So d plus 1 into x such that this is the characteristic equation, d is equal to minus 1, and we can say the function can be written as, right, you'll have to write complementary function can be written as a dot e power minus z. Do you all agree with me? Guys, you are not supposed to write the answer in terms of x. I told you first you will have to write the solutions in terms of z. At last finally z you can replace, for z you can replace ln of t. That is the final step that you need to do, not in the first step. Clear? Anyway, we got the complementary function. At last I will do after obtaining particular integration at all. Let's try and bring the answer for particular integration. If you want to know the particular integration, what will be the answer? Particular integration can be written as, we should consider RHS in the numerator, denominator we should consider the characteristic equation, such that RHS we have what, t will be replaced by e power z upon f of d will become d plus 1. Do you all agree with me? Yes. What is L of d? Since it is the exponential na e power a z, a oda value is 1, so d will be replaced by a since a equal to 1, so it will be 1 such that it will become e power z by 2. Do you all agree with me? Yes. So we got the final answer. Final answer is our function can be written as, right, so the total solution actually we have to write like this: dependent variable is x, independent variable is t, so that is going to be x of t equal to complementary function is a dot e power minus z plus e power z by 2. Anyway, this is not the solution, guys. Listen, and one more thing you have to do, let me rub this one first, please, 1 second. See, we have to find out the initial value a, right? For that they are given one more key, right? What is the key they are given, right? See, let us see, this is the complementary function. Anyway, first let me replace. inga enna kuduthirukanga, x of t equal to 0.5. condition had given in x domain நம்ம எங்க இருக்கோம், z domain ல இருக்கோம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இத முடிச்சிடலாமா? தனித்தனியாக கூட நீங்கள் கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஐ மீன் ஃபைனல் ஸ்டெப் வந்ததுக்கப்புறம் பர்டிகுலர் இன்டெகிரேஷனுக்கும் காம்ப்ளிமெண்டரி ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்கும் நீங்கள் தனித்தனியாக கூட இசட்டுக்கு பதிலாக லான் டி ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணிட்டு சொல்யூஷன் எழுதலாம். எனிவே ஹியர் அப்டெனிங் தி இனிஷியல் வேல்யூ இஸ் மை ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி பிகாஸ் யுவர் ஆப்ஷன் வேர் ரிட்டன் இன் டர்ம்ஸ் ஆஃப் இனிஷியல் வேல்யூ. இனிஷியல் வேல்யூக்கான கண்டிஷன் வேறு கொடுத்துருக்காங்களே, பட் எப்படி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க பாருங்க, எக்ஸ் ஆஃப் 1 = 0.5. X, I was writing the answer. I have written your answer in terms of z. First change this value, e power minus z will be replaced by ln of t, such that it is going to be where it can be written as a dot e power ln t power minus 1, such that it is going to be t power minus 1. So e power ln t power minus 1 can be further written as, next step it is going to be e power, sorry, a dot t inverse, or we can say a by t, so that is going to be the complementary function. Right? Let us see what happened now. Here it is going to be, right, the next step, condition enna kuduthirukanga parunga, x of 1 = 0.5. I can say x of t, right, this is complementary function and x of t only, and t is equal to 1 and x equal to 0.5. From this I can say x oda value 0.5, that is 1/2, whereas t equal to 1, such that we can write a can be written as, right? So a is equal to 1 by 2, right? We can say a is equal to 1 by 2, right? So let us substitute that value here. a க்கு பதிலா நீங்க 1 by 2 ன்னு substitute பண்ணீங்கன்னா x of that is complementary function will become, right? Complementary function will become 1 by 2, right? So 1 by 2 அப்படினா என்ன வரும்? a, that is 1 by 2t, that is the complementary function. Let's try and do the same thing. See, if I make any mistakes, please correct it by yourself, like 1 by 2 3 adha mathi potten appadina. Anyway, I won't make mistakes, but sometimes it happens, right? Okay, your target is next, we have to write the answer for all these people. Now we got the answer. A ku nam value eldiyaachilla. A is what? 1 by 2. I got the value for a, and e power minus z, right? Idhukku neenga replace பண்ணும்போது எனக்கு என்ன வந்தது? That I got as, that is 1 by 2t only I got, right? Plus, right, e power z. Once again, e power z க்கு பதிலா நம்ம என்ன சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணோம்? ln of t, right? So ln t அப்படினு சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா that is going to be what? ln t in the sense e power ln t by 2. It can be written as what? t by 2 only. E power ln t will become t only, na? So that will become t by 2, such that what will happen? Finally I got 1 by 2, you can take it out, in bracket I got 1 by t plus t, right? Is there any option like this, right? 1 by t, if I take cross product, it will become t square plus 1 upon t. I think in option A only they made some mistakes. Option A, enga question e kaanum. Yes, in option A they have written something, but that is not clear actually. Okay guys, you do one thing, just note these things clearly, right? Derivation la adha mistake pannina correct பண்ணிக்கோங்க, otherwise let us check the option, right? Option நான் check பண்றேன், right? Just to keep it fine. Let's take the next question. Next question is given as the consider the differential equation. Okay, that is Laplace. Actually already we had been solved that model. I don't want to waste my time. Next, the characteristic equation. Yeah, that's really good question. Let's solve the next one. If the characteristic equation, right, let us rub this one. Yeah. Once again, if that is minus 1, then what happens? Minus 1 on the e power z varum, then that is become, I will get t by 2 varum, plus second case li t by 2 dana varum, that will become t. If do you have any option like that? No, t um kadiyadallaya. No, t kadiyada. No, actually inga guys, please few seconds, right? If it is t, that is perfect, it won't be t. You are getting t minus 1 e power z andarkum be, it will be 0, it will become t into e power z. One time differentiation will give you 1, then I will do this one, then that will become t square, because ln t na t dana, yeah, that is t square. If I will group them together, then it will become t square only, right? Nowhere we are getting, then how we are getting this? T plus t square also is not. Okay, last question. I think there was some changes in the question, right? We will see, right? I will try and figure out, just to keep your answer, right? Options I will check. Fine. Let's take the next question. The next question is, if the characteristic equation of the differential equation is given as, if the characteristic, right, if the characteristic equation of the differential equation, right, of the differential equation d square y by dx square, right, d square y upon dx square plus 2 times of alpha into dy upon dx plus y equal to 0, right? Plus y is equal to 0, that's all. Has two equal roots right, has two equal roots, has two equal roots, has two equal roots, then has two equal roots, then the values of alpha are, then the values of alpha are, then the values of alpha are. And option A they are given plus or minus 1, plus or minus 1. Option B they said plus or minus 1 by 2. Option C they said plus or minus j. Option D they said 0,0. I think, yeah, that's they are given 4 options. Shall we bring the answer? Okay, what is the conclusion here? They are given higher order differential equation. In this higher order differential equation they said they have two equal roots. The key is equal roots. What shall we do? Rendu roots on the equal or not? First we have to find out the roots of the characteristic equation. First write down the characteristic equation. D square plus twice of alpha times of d plus 1 equal to 0. Right, let's try and bring the answer with the help of quadratic equation formula, that is minus b plus or minus, that is under root of b square minus 4ac upon twice of a. Here minus b value is 2 times of alpha plus or minus under root of 2 alpha whole square will become 4 times of alpha square minus 4a c is 2 times of alpha, right? Whereas in the denominator we are going to consider twice of a is 1 na, a is 1, right? Let's try and figure out the answer this for this one. Minus 2 times of alpha plus or minus, in this bracket what shall we do? Let's see, it is going to be 4 times of alpha square minus 8 times of alpha by 2. Guys, the thing is அவங்க என்ன சொல்லியிருந்தாங்கன்னா இங்க 2 roots வரப்போகுது, d1 d2, right? Now the conclusion is, if when these 2 roots are going to be equal, just think about it, இந்த ரெண்டு ரூட்ஸ் ஈக்குவலா வரணும் அப்படின்னா எப்போ எந்த டைம்ல அந்த கேஸ் வந்து பாசிபிள்? நீங்களே சொல்லுங்க. ஆக்சுவலா d1 ஓட வேல்யூ d2 ஓட வேல்யூ வந்து ஈக்குவலா வரணும் அப்படின்னா நான் சொல்லட்டுமா, this imaginary part is 0, then that is correct. Critically damped system, yes or no? In critically damped system, right, what we saw, just go to your control system, we saw there are second order system. Given it is the second order system, there are 4 types: undamping, underdamping, overdamping, critical damping. Critical damping na meaning enna, 2 roots are being repeated and they are being placed on the real axis, right? அப்படினா meaning enna, ரெண்டு ரூட்டும் ஒரே டைம்ல ஒரே பாயிண்ட்ல மீட் பண்ணும். And the imaginary part is completely going to be 0 in critically damped system. That is, the value of epsilon will become equal to 1. Do you all agree with me? Yes, right? So given it is, you are asking அவங்க யாரை பத்தி பேசிட்டு இருக்காங்கன்னா critically damped system பத்தி தான் பேசிட்டு இருக்காங்க, right? Yes. So according to that condition, அப்ப critical damped system ரெண்டு roots வந்து ஈக்குவலா வரணும் அப்படின்னா imaginary part is completely 0. In critically damped system also you might have observed there are 2 roots, right? They are real roots, they are being placed in the left half of the S plane. Just you can stable system, just you can go through our second order control system notes, right? So imaginary part is going to be 0. இங்க நீங்க சிம்பிளா லாஜிக்கா யோசிங்க, நான் சும்மா உங்களுக்கு புரியணும்னு அதை பத்தி பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன். imaginary part 0 ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா என்ன வரும்? d1 is equal to minus alpha, d2 also will become minus alpha. See, இந்த 2 cancel ஆயிடுங்க, இங்க minus alpha மட்டும் தான் வரும். இந்த part 0 ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா d1 and d2 equal ஆயிடும்ல? Exactly, right? So the conclusion is 4 times of alpha square minus 8 alpha will become equal to 0, or I can say 4 times of alpha square equal to plus 8 alpha. 1 alpha is getting cancelled out. I can say 4, that is 2 times of 4 will be 8, right? So alpha is equal to 2, right? Or you can say we got 2 values now. இது நீங்க எப்படி எழுதுவீங்க? Instead of writing like this, I can say like this. From this equation you can take alpha outside. If you take alpha outside, then this become 4 times of alpha minus 8 equal to 0. We can say 1 alpha equal to 0, another alpha equal to 2, right? That is also correct. Options check பண்ணுங்க. என்ன இப்படி ஒரு ஆன்சரே வரல? Did I make any mistakes? திரும்பவுமா? Guys, வேல்யூ ஏதாவது தப்பா சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணிட்டேனா? அவங்க என்ன கேட்டிருந்தாங்க? ஆல்ஃபா வேல்யூ தானே கேட்டிருந்தாங்க? ஆமாம். b ஸ்கொயர் ஓகே, மைனஸ் 4a. இங்கே எதுக்கு நான் சிக்கு 2 டைம்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஆல்ஃபா போட்டேன்? சாரி, தட் இஸ் 1. பாருங்க எப்படி மிஸ்டேக் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்ட்டு. 4 alpha square equal to 4. Cancel பண்ணிக்கலாமா? So alpha square equal to 1 or alpha is equal to plus or minus 1. எங்க இருக்கு பாருங்க? Option A. Yeah, just to correct it, I made small mistake. I did not notice. Let's take the next one. Okay, that's also a chilly question. Same again differential equation, same differential equation, again differential equation. Is there any new model to solve? No. No. All are chilly questions. Okay, wait a second. I had collected few more questions. Let's see. Is there any new questions? If I'll find any new model, I will solve. Right? No, guys. Same model. Yeah, there was one beautiful question, but I'm just giving it to you. You please try, because this is also easy question only. Okay, question என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்க அப்படினா a solution for the ordinary differential equation. That's not different actually, there is no option, right? Let's try. Let me rub this one. See, now you might have understood, right, how easy very mathematics, right? Differential equation also very easy, right? You can easily bring the answer for this one, right? So it's over. Hopefully this is the final question that I am solving, because all are repeated models, right? I don't want to waste our time, right? Fine. So the question is given, it is consider the differential equation, right? Differential equation is x square into d square y upon dx square plus x into dy upon dx plus y is equal to 0. I think that is what it was given, right? That is minus y not plus y, right? Equal to 0. Which of the following is the solution to the differential equation, right? Option A, they said e power x. Option B, they said x square. Option C, they said 1 upon x. Option D, they said ln x. They said ln x. Now, what is the correct answer for this one? Shall we try? Yes. Given it is the differential equation, anyway, this equation can be written as, we all know particular integration is not possible. Why? RHS 0. But complementary function could be possible. For that, we have to write the characteristic equation. D square upon dx square into x square can be replaced by d into d minus 1. Do you all agree with me? Yes. Plus, this person will be replaced by d minus 1 equal to 0. So what is the answer? If I will reduce this one, d square minus d plus d minus 1 equal to 0. These two people are getting cancelled. I got d square minus 1 equal to 0, or we can write d is equal to plus or minus 1. d க்கு பதிலா d அந்த பக்கம் பாஸ் பண்ணினா சரி, 1 அந்த பக்கம் பாஸ் பண்ணினா plus 1, square அந்த பக்கம் பாஸ் பண்ணினா it will become plus or minus 1, such that solution can be written as a into e power minus z plus b into e power plus z, because we got two roots now. Yes, that is going to be actually what we got. I am in need of y of x. Right? So this is the complementary function. In order to obtain the value of y of x, I said, right, we are writing the answer in terms of z, but last z will be replaced by ln x. If I do like that, then I will get a into e power. Okay, guys, listen. Inga ninga z க்கு பதிலா ln x போட்டீங்கன்னா என்னங்க வரும்? It is going to be x power minus 1. Any mistake in my conclusion, please do it by yourself. b into inga போட்டீங்க அப்படினா you will get x only. So the correct answer is it is going to be a by x plus b into x. That is the correct solution. Now நம்ம கேஸ்ல என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? இனிஷியல் கண்டிஷன்ஸ் எதுவும் கொடுக்கல, ரைட்? எந்த ஒரு இதுமே கொடுக்கல. லெட்ஸ் ட்ரை. Consider the following differential equation. Which of the following solution to the differential equation? Which of the following is a solution, right? அவங்க என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்கன்னா, இந்த நாலு ஆப்ஷன்ல ரைட் ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு பர்சன் வந்து நம்ம டிஃபரன்ஷியல் ஈக்குவேஷனோட சொல்யூஷன்ல இருக்கா அப்படின்னு கேக்குறாங்க. They are not asking the complete solution, right? Read the question carefully. Which of the following, right, is the solution, right? அப்படினா ஒரு complete solutionல இந்த நாலு ஆப்ஷன்ல ஏதோ ஒன்னு வந்து சொல்யூஷனா இருந்திருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம், right? Now see there, e power x அப்படினு ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு டேர்ம் நம்ம இதல வந்திருக்கா? No, that is not the solution. Actually இங்க ரெண்டு சொல்யூஷன் வரலாம். a by x, b into x. These two cases are possible, right? So this is also wrong. X square I don't have. Ln x I don't have. 1 by x, yes. a by x, a க்கு பதிலா there might be a 1, right? Arbitrary constant 1 ஆ இருந்திருக்கலாம். அதுவும் ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் தானே. But 1 by x into x plus x, right? இந்த இடத்துல suppose x ன்னு கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா that is also correct with some value like 2x 3x அப்படி கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா that is correct. Since a and b are arbitrary constant, we can consider any value for arbitrary constant. That's it. It's all depends, right? நான் என்ன value choose பண்றேன், initial value நீங்க என்ன choose பண்றீங்களோ, so based on the boundaries we can choose different arbitrary values for a and b. Clear? So this is one of the solution. Rest of people are wrong, right? So the correct answer is option C. Clear? I told you there is one more small question. I'm just writing that question. You please try, right? Yeah. The next one is a solution of the ordinary differential equation. A solution of the ordinary differential equation. D square y upon, one second, I have to notice 5 6. D square y upon dt square plus 5 into dy upon dt plus 6 into y equal to 0. That is the given differential equation, right? Is such that y of 0 equal to 2 is such that y of 0 equal to 2 under is such that y of 0 equal to 2 under y of 1 equal to minus of 1 minus 3 times of e upon e power 3. 1 minus 3 times of e upon e power 3, right? The value of question is the value of dy of t, that is dy by dt at 0, that is dy of 0 by dt is dash. That is the question, right? Anyway, you can try it by yourself, but I don't want to let me do it by myself. Solve பண்ணலாமா? First thing, given it clearly denotes it is the higher order differential equation. And the second thing is particular integration is going to be 0, y RHS equal to 0. Third thing, complementary function. So the solution for this function can be written as y is the dependent variable, t is the independent variable, that can be written as y of t equal to complementary function. In order to obtain the complementary function, we have to find out the characteristic equation. Characteristic equation of the system is d square plus 5 times of d plus 6 equal to 0. Anyway, we can break the roots directly. It can be written as d plus 2 into d plus 3, such that 2 plus 3 will be 5, 2 into 3 will give you 6 equal to 0. Let me write the answer directly. So y of t can be written as arbitrary constant a into e power minus 2t plus b into e power minus 3t. Why? D equal to minus 2, d equal to minus 3. That is the equation that we got. Yes, we got the solution. Now they are given two initial conditions. Let's try and put the answer. See, don't be panic. இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கும்போது வரி பண்ணாதீங்க. கொஷின்ஸ் கண்டிப்பாக ஈஸியாக தான் இருக்கும். நம்ம எவ்வளோ கொஷின்ஸ் ப்ரூவ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ட்ரஸ்ட் மீ, கொஷின் ஆல்வேஸ் வில் பி ஈஸி. ஒரே ஒரு ஒர்க் என்னன்னா, உங்களை பயமுறுத்தணுன்றது மட்டும்தான் உங்களோட ஒர்க்காக இருக்கும். நீங்கள் அந்த கொஷினை ஸ்கிப் பண்ணணும். அதுக்காக they will do something. Some twisting will be there, right? Fine. Let's see. First condition is given as y of 0 equal to 2. அதை சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணுங்க. y of 0 means see there t equal to 0 at y equal to 2. அப்போ y ஓட வேல்யூ வந்து 2 at t equal to 0. t க்கு 0 போட்டீங்கன்னா e power 0 1, e power 0 1, such that a into 1 plus b into 1. So a plus b equal to 2. First condition. Treat this one as your equation number 1. Let's try and write the second equation. Second equation is t is equal to 1, y is equal to something they had given. Shall we write? Yes. Y is equal to minus of 1 minus 3 times of e upon e power 3 equal to, don't be panic, just substitute and proceed, you will get the answer. Trust me, it will be easy. Always it will be easy. A into what they had given, t is equal to 1, such that it can be written as e power minus 2 plus b into e power minus 3. Let me try and reduce this one. Listen, இப்போ இது நம்ம எப்படி எழுதலாம்? This function can be written as a upon e power 2. Is there any mistake? Just e power minus 2 denominator pass பண்ணுங்க plus b upon e power plus 3. Okay, now numerator e ஆல மல்டிபிள் பண்றேன், denominator e ஆல மல்டிபிள் பண்றேன். See, நான் எதுக்காக இப்படிலாம் பண்றேன் அப்படின்னா, நான் லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் சைடுல e power 3 அப்சர்வ் பண்ணிட்டேன். ரைட் சைடுல எனக்கு புரிஞ்சிருச்சு நம்ம இதுல e power 3 கேன்சல் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு just I'm trying, I'm not doing any bluff things, right? So that is minus of 1 minus 3 times of e upon e power 3. So I understood this e power 3 are getting cancelled out. So I got one more equation. So minus of 1 minus 3 times of e is equal to e times of a plus b. We got one more equation. Now let's try and solve the two equations, right? That is the equation number 2, right? We have one more equation. If we solve these two equations, let's see what we are going to get. A into e power minus t, b into e power minus 3t. Let me register it because I'm going to rub this one. Yeah. And this solve பண்ணலாமா? Guys listen. Now I'm doing, நம்ம டைரக்டா ரெண்டு ஈக்குவேஷனை சப்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணனும்னா b யும் b யும் கேன்சல் ஆயிடும். கரெக்ட்டா? Yes. Let me do. Equation number 1 minus equation number 2. Such that what we have, a plus b equal to 2 in equation number 1. Equation number 2, what we have, e into a plus b equal to minus of 1 minus 3 times of e. If I'll subtract these two equations, subtraction is sign change பண்ணனும். கரெக்ட்டா? Yes. இது மைனஸ்ல இருக்கு, அப்ப இது பிளஸ் ஆயிடும். Such that it will become 0. So it will become a minus e times of a equal to, இது ரெண்டு ஆட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா 2 plus 1 will become 3 na, so 2 plus 1 minus 3e. See, always trust me, question கண்டிப்பா ஈஸியா தான் இருக்கும், right? அவங்க எப்பயுமே உங்களை ட்ரபிள்ல விட மாட்டாங்க, பட் ஆனா உங்களை பயமுறுத்துவாங்க. It will happen, right? இப்போ பாருங்க இது எவ்வளவு ஈஸியா வருது பாருங்க. அவங்க தான் அப்படி e terms எல்லாம் கொடுத்திருந்தாங்க. Yeah, first when I was looking at the question I had a fear, but now see there, அதான் காணாம போயிடுச்சு. a equal to 3, that's all. a equal to 3 இதுல சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணுங்க. If I'll put a equal to 3 here, then b is equal to 3 அந்த பக்கம் போனா minus 3. 2 minus 3 will become minus 1. See how easy your questions are. a equal to 3, b equal to minus 1. இப்போ அந்த terms எல்லாம் காணாம போயிடுச்சு, right? That's why I'm telling you, questions are always easy. Questions are always easy, right? Yeah, that is minus 1. Now we got the values for a and b. Let me rub these things. Let us rub this one. Let's write the final answer. Y of t is equal to, a we got 3 into e power minus 2t. For b we got minus 1 e power minus 3t. That is the solution for y of t. But they are not asking this one. The question is, where is this one? dy by dt at t equal to 0. At t equal to 0. This y of t. Correct? First dy of t by dt find பண்ணுங்க. dy of t by dt na one time we have to differentiate such that 3 into e power minus 2t differentiate பண்ணீங்கன்னா minus 2 into e power minus 2t, right? Okay, minus e power minus 3t differentiate பண்ணீங்கன்னா minus 3 into e power minus 3t such that it is going to be minus 6 into e power minus 2t plus 3 into e power minus 3t. Clear? This is dy of t by dt, but they don't want dy of t by dt, they want dy of 0 by dt. It means replace t by 0, right? Such that dy of 0 upon dt should be equal to t க்கு 0 போடுங்க, minus 6 e power 0 1 plus 3 into e power 0, that is also 1, such that minus 6 plus 3 will become minus 3. So the correct answer for your question is minus 3. Okay, see, that is how we are solving the questions, right? But in order to bring the answer for any questions, patience it's very important, right? You have to trust that the question is very easy. Second, you have to try until the arrival of the final step, because நீங்க ஸ்டார்டிங்ல question lengthy-ஆ இருக்கும், சால்வ் பண்ண முடியாது, அந்த மாதிரி மைண்ட் செட்ல போகும்போது அந்த question ஈஸியா இருந்தாலும் you are unable to solve that one, right? Always questions will be easy, you can trust me, right? Fine. That is how we are facing the various questions in the differential equation. With this, differential equation is completely over, right? With this, today we are not going to start the next chapter. That's not possible now, right? Because we have to give introduction for the complex variables, right? So next we are going to start complex variable. That is also very small chapter, right? Just we have to learn some basics about the complex domain. I told you when I was talking about Z transformation, right? I told you something. Again, Z transformation la நம்ம அந்த மேப்பிங்லாம் வரைஞ்சிட்டு இருந்தோம் இல்லையா, region of convergence. Once again I will talk about this ROC in complex variables in mathematics அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லியிருந்தேன், right? So tomorrow we are going to start the next chapter. There also we are going to draw the region of convergence. Then you will come to know same thing. I'm not going to do any new thing. Whichever the things that we have gone through in Z transformation, with the same model we are going to do something in complex variable, and apart from that there are some other functions will be there, right? Some small functions. With this complex variable, this small chapter we will complete as soon as possible, right? So tomorrow we will start. If you have any other doubts, right, you can please ask in the group, right? So with this, let's wind up the class. Thank you all. Just